Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hunters of all ages. Good morning. Are we glowy? We're not glowy. We're not great. It's as good as it's gonna get. Welcome, my friends, to this week Hunting Lodge. I'm your host, Jackson Beard, if we haven't met before. Good to meet you. We got some stuff to go over this week. Holy man. As many of you may know, the Clue channel has opened once again in the Discord. What? The reactions were fantastic. So there might be something out there for you all to find, locate, figure out, and put two and two together. Good morning from old Canada land. On my first cup of coffee, couldn't have any better way than to spend it with all of you this morning. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk a little bit about the Fowl rework. Kind of exciting. Yeah, some cool stuff happening. And I thought with that Fowl rework, hopefully in time for our next big update. If there is a big update, I can neither confirm nor deny. But I figured let's go and get some geese going. Now, I am on this is another playthrough for me. I've done this so many times, and on this one I hadn't set up my northern setup. And I gotta tell you, this spot right here, I got it from one of our official creators, Tipsy FPS. If you haven't checked him out, make sure to show the man some love on Twitch. It's such a great spot. It really, really is. Now, how's that going to be affected with the Waterfowl rework? Well, we're going to talk about that. And so I'm pretty excited about this. So I thought today, let's kill a few birds with one stone. No birds are harmed in the making of this stream, just for clarity's sake. But I figured we'd get a new setup going because we have a lot of new players, and geese, well, they're sought after. They are, honestly, one of the probably one of the most hunted species in our game, as you all know, for various reasons, money and XP. So I thought, hey, let's just get her set up. We'll do a fresh setup. We'll talk a little bit about the requirements. You don't want to be wasteful. You don't want to stick too many decoys. You got to make sure you have enough, that sort of thing. And then maybe we'll get some shooting in because we got a lot to talk about. Holy cow, man. Good evening to Germany. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, Tames. How you doing, my friend? Goatman's in the house. Happy birthday, Kyla. That's awesome. Awesome. I hope you guys celebrate and have a great day. Make sure that you are spoiled beyond belief. It's your birthday. In fact, in my household, we don't do a birthday. We used to do birthday weekends. It's pretty much a birthday week, and I expect as my kids get older, it'll be a birthday month. So soak that up. So just before I start throwing things down, before we start getting into some of the juicy stuff, let me just show you where we are. So, Little Hirschfelden. If you guys play Classic, and you should, it's free. This is the map in Classic for Hirschfelden. Pretty cool, right? I always thought that was neat. I mean, 5 years the game has been out, and it's little things like that that just make me go, yeah, man. So we got the classic map, and then they expanded on it. And as you can see, I haven't done a whole ton here. I've yet to get over to what used to be my favorite side of the map. I've only got the Golden Tree Stand, Call of the Wilds version, which it doesn't perform anywhere near like classics, but it's a great spot, and it's the only goose setup I have. So, and the geese, they don't really react to the hunting pressure, so it doesn't matter too much, but it's nice as you are currently trying to hunt geese, you can bounce between the two. So we're going to set one up here, and we'll go from there. So if you're new, pay attention because we've got some little tips to give you here that'll greatly help, and it's going to save you time and money because after all, everything in game does equate to time and money, and we'll make sure that you're all set up right. Man, good to see you all. Oh, all of you guys in chat, and I see a lot of you are in chat that have been all over that Clue channel. So, first things first. Yes, it is that time of year, and we do have something juicy coming up, and I can neither confirm or deny what it is at this particular point in time, but it's juicy. It is juicy. Is it a map? I don't know. Is it equipment? I don't know. Is it, I mean, honestly, if it's a map and it's not a moon map, I'm going to be so disappointed in life, I tell you. But it's pretty cool. And there are some clues out there. We've got two out there, one more subtle than the other. So if you have some ideas, you want to get involved in the conversation, Discord offers us a great platform to get everybody involved. Of course, be respectful of everybody else. That goes without saying. But exclamation point Discord will get you in there. Yeah, come and check it out, man. I'll tell you, it's really hard being on this side of the glass. knowing what's happening and what's coming and seeing you guys guessing. It's like when somebody nails something and you can't say nothing about it, or when someone's so far off base and you can't say anything about it. So it's an exciting time for all of us. I can tell you a lot of us are watching that channel to see who gets it. It is pretty cool. So let's, we'll come back to that. Everyone's like, tell us, damn it, tell us, Jax. You guys know the way the schedules work here. And so, like, I gotta be a rock. Oh, God, I really need assistance. TK, Meg, help me out here. I'm gonna burst. But we'll do our best to kind of help keep that hype up and going. I know a lot of the creators have some opinions on it, too. Check out our official creators. Okay, so we'll come back to that. We'll start putting some stuff down and let's talk. So there is a major rework happening to the ducks, to the geese, to the fowl in general. And I'm really excited with what I'm seeing. There was a little, I guess you could say, teaser put out with it last Friday. Meg, who is gracious enough to put the time and effort in to keep those community updates coming and letting us all know what's happening and giving us some insights. Well, she went and took it a step further and gave me a little FAQ here today. So there's some things that I can touch base on, some talking points and stuff, and we're going to do that. First things first, let's start putting our sentries down and get all of our decoys. So you got 3 types, right? Now you've got your feeding, searching, and sentry. You don't want to have all just one. You want to spread them out. You're going to need a minimum of 15, and honestly, any more than 20 is completely wasted. But what I have found over time is you get max attraction with 17. Max attraction. Anything over that, you're just taking away one possible site on your map. And as they currently are, the geese will just randomly appear in places and move throughout the map, and they'll disappear. So we're not happy with this. One of the main features in the game is need zones, and we're trying to get, with this rework, we're trying to get them more aligned with how the game is supposed to run and operate with use of these need zones, and there'll be some big advantages to this. Okay, so first and foremost, let me set everybody's fears at ease. One of the main things that this rework was to encompass was how our ducks were acting at the need zones, or rather weren't. They were just sitting there, flapping on shore, stuck in place, stuck on the water. We weren't happy with that. This is what has prompted this, okay? The team, and this reflects everything they do. They want this to work right. So that was a big start. So now with the ducks, they're going to react properly on the need zones. The geese are going to do the same. Now, what does this mean? This means that you will be able to find geese need zones. How that is going to be affected, well, we're going to have to find out, because I don't have all of the info yet, although I have seen some of what's happening. It is pretty exciting. So this is going to give you, it's not that they're still not going to be predictable, as you're going to have multiple need zones located all over the map. If you've got need zones in a field over here, does that mean they're only going to be there? No. Does it mean that all the birds from there are going to fly over there? No. So the need zone addition, from what I'm seeing, it's actually a very good thing. It's going to help. It's going to help with the populations. And with this rework, it's going to help our team maintain and, troubleshoot any issues that could possibly arise in the future. It's a big step, my friends. Duck hunting MC, yeah, I agree. When it first came out, oh my God, I'm caught up in this cord. Oh, give me a second. Hold on. Oh, this stupid cords. I'm going to hang it up there. No, I'm not. I'll just trip on that. The ducks, when they first came out, they were, honestly, when they first launched, they were fantastic. But somewhere along the way, something happened with them and their AI. And so this is what's prompted it all. They should be exciting. They should have their rest zones. They should have their feed zones. But they should be flying between and coming in and landing. And this is what we're trying to accomplish. And it's going to be pretty cool. I'm very excited for it. And I hope you guys are too. Because it's going to make the ducks, who right now, I mean, where we got ducks on Layton, we got ducks on Fernando, we got ducks on Yukon. So there's going to be a big draw on these maps, right? There's going to be a big draw. And now we've got the geese, and the geese here on Hirschfeld, and they're going to benefit from all of this. Well, so that's the questions I don't have answers for yet, MD. And Meg is digging in with the dev team and will be updating my FAQs. So every week, leading up to the new implementation of the Waterfowl, we should hopefully have some new information for you. So make sure to come back on Tuesdays. And that's a big one. Right? Because currently, right now, I know I need to start placing these things down, but currently, right now, when you nuke a zone, oh, it's so hard to look at. Really? I mean, come on. You're Picassoing up your map. It is hard to look at. I'll admit that. Because that typically means that area is going to be devoid of life until you build it back up again. And in some scenarios, once the animals have moved on, it's very hard to build back up. But currently, they do not react to it. So how will the need zones react? This is a question that we do have. I would think that they're not going to be affected still by the pressure, that perhaps those need zones will stay. I don't have that answer yet. I've asked it. It's being asked, and we'll have that for you. So hopefully by next week, I can give you that. Because, let's face it, we're Picassoing up. That's right. We are Picassoing up our maps, and we're going to continue to do so, especially with the improvements coming in. So I know that it was set out originally that they would not respond to hunting pressure. I think that's going to be the same. That's my understanding. Again, take all these things with a grain of salt. We're reporting as it's being developed. We're giving you the information that we're discovering as it's being implemented. And I mean, some of it's so exciting, right? It really is, man. As dog, possibly. I mean, no leaks. No leaks. Are we going to talk about things? Quite possibly. So, I'm going to start placing some decoys down. So we're going to space them out a little bit, right? We want to shoot for about 17. So we'll just start, and we'll start laying them around. Now, one of the things, where have I put them? I've got them on 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now, ideally for immersion, you should be using a layout blind. And I've gotten heck on so many levels for not using the layout blind. I really like the tripod just because it gets me elevated. It's not what the real world hunters would be doing. I've been told this, and I see the error in the ways. However, we are playing a game, and there's no real right or wrong at the end of the day. And it's a conversation I see quite often within our Discord. There's no actual right or wrong, but there's more effective and less effective ways, obviously. Okay, so we're just mixing them up. We're using the 3 different decoys. Currently, we don't have to worry about our spread or create landing zones or anything to that effect. Much like Classic, you have to do that with the ducks and such. Let's see, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 17's actually enough. I've found for myself that it works out quite well. I am gonna use a tripod here. I'm going to, because I like it. I like the 360 view. I like being elevated. I like looking down. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you were, replicating a real world hunt, you definitely want to lay out blind. Definitely. Okay, where have I got portable structures? Let's go ahead and drop this down, and then we're going to climb up into it. And then we're going to have a little fun. We're going to get some goose shooterizing happening, and we're going to talk a little more in depth about things. All right, so there it is. It's pretty simple, right? There's no need to put more than 17 for anyone who's just setting out. You get max attraction, and you can only have so many decoys on a map. So by going with the bare minimum max attraction, you can get multiple setups all over the place. Now, currently, I was running on my previous playthrough. I ran one here. I ran one here, and it was more than enough. Oh, and I ran one over here. I had one in this field. But, a lot of these fields, they perform. How that's going to look, what that's going to look like with the new Waterfowl update should be pretty interesting. It should. Oh, I just realized, you know what I don't have? Hold on. It's very important. It's very important. Now, this is one of the things that's happening in the rework, is how the fowl is going to react to the decoys and how they're going to react to the callers. Currently, the only way to bring geese down is to have a setup like this. There are no need zones. You won't find them milling about on the ground. It's very rare. That's just not how it's currently set up. We want that more immersion where they'll do this. So that is being addressed here. Let me just quickly grab colors and yeah. Oh, why am I in the store? Okay. We don't need the duck color. Wait, do I have it? Do I have my goose? There it is, right there. Beautifique. And then we'll get that onto the bar. We'll drop that right there. Let's go. Before they all start coming in on me over here. One of the things to be addressed is how they reacted multiplayer. That's a big one. So that's really nice to see. There's a lot of fixes coming with this stuff too. It's very, very cool. Is it okay to kill female animals, or do you want to clear males only? Grubs, you get money. You get money for them. And in some scenarios, certain females can reach diamond, i.e. Gemsbok, rabbits, right? Not all rabbits. But so there is that aspect to it. You got to be careful. Females can take over need zones, man. We've seen it happen. So a lot of folks don't shoot them, but they're a great way to make money, especially on species like red deer where they pay really well. Will short range, long range colors be added rather than just one, as is in the case now? Steel Rancher, that is a great question that I do not have that has been asked. So I'm waiting to find out. You know, we're the go-between for the devs. You know, obviously you guys know, myself and Meg and TK, we're not actually sitting down working on the code and such. So when the things get added, there's a sync that happens where our team, you know, we talk with them and stuff. And so there are questions still, but they don't like to release everything because they know we're going to jump on here and tell you guys. All right. So when hunting these bad boys, you really need to get on and break them first. The colors definitely are the thing, but the geese decoy brings them to it. You don't always get a break, but you'll know when they break. Would be nice to increase the speed in which ducks and geese fly. I can tell you that is something that is being looked at, and that is definitely in the rework. Definitely in the rework. Angle of attack, everything has been a consideration. Man, it's raining here on Hirschfelden right now. Kenneth Arbor, how you doing, my man? Yes, Clark, 100%. You can hunt them without it. Well, the geese actually are a tough one because currently it's the decoys and the collar that will break them so they can be shot. When they're in that flying V you just saw, you cannot shoot them. But when they break, then you can. But the geese are currently, it's just like with every animal, it gets added into the game. And with the exception of geese, I guess they're the only one. You can shoot all the animals, even if you don't have the collars, etc. But I guess geese would be the one exception to that because you do need this collar. And this collar, to my understanding, because it's been so long, can anybody confirm for me? That's a great question. Can you buy the collar without the decoys? Because I know the pack gets you the decoys, gets you certain shotguns and stuff. And I'm really questioning that. Here we go. We got some coming in. All right, so they've already broke, so I don't need to be on the collar anymore right now. And again, these are all things with the immersion and how they act that is being looked at. So we'll let them come on down. They're going to cycle down. We'll let them hit the ground. You can whistle to make them take off, or you can take that first shot. But again, you know, you really, if you want to get into the immersion, you want them to get off the ground, right? Pheasants on Hirschfelden, please. Yeah, lots of good requests like that. And make sure, guys, we watch the feedback channel in Discord. I'm off for the weekend, and I'm still around, still doing things, but I try to, you know, because it's so passionate in there. There's so many. I hadn't looked at that channel over the weekend much, and I got in and I was buried. I'm like, oh my goodness, some really, really good ones in there. So I'm not going to be too fussed what we're shooting today unless a diamond flies in. We are, however, going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to start with our shotguns. Oh my goodness, I didn't put the ammo on. Oh my goodness, yeah, I didn't grab the ammo for that. So we are rocking the 10 and the 12 until I go get more ammo. All right, let's get him in the air, baby. You're fast gonna see, what did I put this on? 5, I think. There it is. You're fast gonna see why they are so much fun And then, you know, jumping into the 22 is a good option for those that are going away. Haven't even plunked at this in a while. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Those little off-angle leads. Oh, I'm rusty. Well, one got away. Almost the whole flock. Now you can see why there's such great XP and money. We had what? How many was there? We got all but one. I think there was 6. Normally you get the entirety of the flock. It's pretty wild. Okay, I need to run over and grab my 20 gauge ammo. Whoops. Still pray for an inline muzzleloader? Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, all but one's not bad. Normally we get them all. Yeah, I'm rusty. I haven't sat and hunted geese and oh my goodness. Wow, since the last time we all did it together. Might have been when Meg was out. No, it wasn't. No, we did it once in between then. Look, they're already coming back in. As you can see, it's action-packed. It is a lot of fun. Okay, storage. We need our 20 gauge. 20 gauge birdshot. There it is. There's some really great options on what you want to use. You know, honestly, some of the different shotguns, like the one variation of the 12 gauge with the 5 shots, or even the 16 gauge. You know, I kind of punish myself with some of the lower shot guns, but they're fun, man. They're fun. It's a great time. Meg, how's it going? Welcome. Good to see you. Games with Bree, how are you? How's it going? MC, man, you got some good questions, brother. You got some good questions. That is something that is being looked at. Yes. Very important. You know, rares are they're supposed to be quite elusive, and we're aware with ducks and even geese, the amount of rares that are getting and stuff. And I can tell you, I've seen that as a conversation. It really has been so. But you can see 652 as the cash did get nerfed, but the sheer amount that you pick up make up for that, right? You know, I mean, there's 1,300 bones right there just on 2, and we dropped, 5 of these. Grab these real quick, climb back into the chair. You will spook them if you're out running around, right? Darth Gold, we're just talking about that. So the hopes are, and the plans, if everything goes to plan, and I always say take things with a grain of salt, because, the dev team, they've got the rights in the last minute to pull the plug and say, nope, it's not as we want it. There's another one over in the water over there. I probably should have went and got, but we'll get it afterwards. So, but the plan is to have this out for the next release. And what is the Waterfowl rework? Well, let me go to the FAQ. I'm going to read some of this, okay? I'm going to read this because this is so well put together by Meg. She put so much time into this, man. Round of applause. It's an ongoing multi-stage effort to improve the visual and the way they behave, realism of all waterfowl. That's pretty cool, man. There's a focus on legacy and new bugs relating to geese and ducks. This is what spurred all this on. They weren't happy with it, right? Devs looked at it and said, this is not how we've intended this. And as things have gone over time and things have stacked up, this is what has prompted this. These changes should also make it easier for the team to debug and maintain moving forward. So, as we're able to update our systems and how things work, it's very much needed. So those 3 points right there is enough to get excited about, my friends. Seriously. Yeah, Meg, I know Nightbot goes on a rampage, times everybody out. And you've hunted geese since No, we haven't had the rework yet, Ocean Grown. It's going on right now. What you're probably referring to is the geese broke at one point, and our team sort of re-rolled them to a point that they were huntable again. But they're very basic compared to what we're wanting to put out, and not that exciting. And yet they are so much fun. So if we're improving on that, really, at the end of the day, I should be on calls here. At the end of the day, it's going to be a really good thing. So we got some coming in. These ones over here have already seen our decoys. You can see this. They've broke. So let's get a nice little look-see and see what we got here. 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4. We got a 4 in there. 4 and a what? 2 4s? We got a 2 4. That means something here in Canada. You had fowl on classic. Why didn't you have pheasant call the wild? Everything in time, Sil. Everything in time. You know, there's a conversation, and actually, let me just jump over and talk about this. And with the new maps, one of the things, and I've learned a lot since starting with the company, whether you like this response or not, that's up to you. But I see a lot, well, we want more new species. We want more new species. Okay, so there's reasons why things happen the way they do. Okay. To make a completely new species and do everything that needs to be done for it and fully test it is a daunting task. The team generally tries, depending where the map is, to give at least 2 or more new species. But let's face it, there's only so many species that we have to work with, especially in certain areas. And, you know, these areas are often decided upon, and then species list gets a workup and so on and so forth. But you got to keep in mind, because I've seen people in the feedback channel, we want a map with all new species. Well, then you don't get a map for 2 years. You know? And then most likely we're without a job because there's no way we could go for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You know, unless we charge $60 a map. But as is, you know, they're about $6 a map, and that's how the team wants to keep it. They want it to be very accessible to everybody and to get everybody in and involved. So that really has a lot to do with it. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying that. Oh, they're in the wind. Get out of the wind. Oh, look at that right there, right there. Well, we'll shoot those 2. Okay, I'm coming at you. Yes, sir. Cool, this is just too much fun. Oh, I didn't reload. God, pro streamer Gundy. I got too much to talk about. Oh, is it too far? Oh, we got it. Here, we'll get this guy with the 22. And where'd he go? Oh, he's hiding behind the trees. He's like a villain in the night. Okay, well, we got most. Good enough. I hear more coming in. Man alive. You can see why they're so much fun. I gotta not get distracted. Hoping I'm coming up at some point has a skeet range on it. It would be incredible. Durslode, what's up, brother? Good to see you, my man. Cyberdog is boss. Hello, welcome. Welcome. Okay, so this group's broke, but that group is not. They're gonna fly overhead, but I gotta see what's here. I don't have time, man. Got a 4. We got a 3 and a 2. See, you can't even spot these guys. Right? So that's the questions. How's this going to work? What's it going to look like? Right? I mean, I have questions. I've long time been a virtual hunter, IRL hunter. It's been a passion for me. You guys know I've been into this game for a long time before I got hired here. So when I start to see these things coming, man, I'm like a kid at a candy shop. Rob, remember my grimy little paws together, just waiting. Reloads, yes, thank you. Sarah, thank you. Apicalia, hello and welcome. Well, we've talked a little bit about the rework. You know, there's a little more to cover on that. We've touched base on the clues that are out there, because yes, there are in fact clues. I need to move my stand back. I'm too close. You can see what's happening. Okay, let's just go ahead and unload. Oh, you got past me, you wily bugger, you. Might be a bit far on that one. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab these guys with the 22. If I can manage to hit them. Was that it? We got a gaggle of geese on the ground, baby. Yes, sir. It just feels great. What is that, Bex? We gladly threw $20 in our faces for content. DLC $6 is stupid. Yeah, we try to keep it that way. Okay, we try to keep it down because let's face it, when this game was released, it's obvious. I mean, I can't confirm this. No one said this to me, but I would assume that it wasn't intended for this game to become what it is. Hence, how the DLC structure and layout was. You know, adding the DLC store is our first step to try to make it easy to find this stuff. That will hopefully be in there for. I'm not even sure. I haven't seen anything on that. If that's coming for the consoles and the other PC platforms on this next big release, it would you know, just trying to navigate that. So hopefully that's there. But there's other things, you know, with the optimizations with this rework. Going back to that, because I'm trying to get through this, but the geese are really distracting me, and chat's so distracting because you guys ask really good questions, man, and I go off on tangents. Okay, so what kind of optimizations are we talking about with this? Because this is key, right? They want to optimize. Well, gameplay. How players discover and interact with Waterfowl across single and multiplayer environments. Now, this includes, but is not limited to, need zone balancing across ducks and geese species, decoys and caller interactions, behavior schedules, and audio clues. All these things are either having additions, adjustments. It's important that all of this meshes together to create a chorus of sorts, so it sings. Do you know what I mean? Is that a little corny? But truthfully, it all has to come together. The environment, they're optimizing how the ducks and geese interact with their surroundings instead of just being there, just floating, just flying through the sky until they break. This includes updating spawning and state behaviors, animations, their flying formations, and how they behave. As you can see right now, it is extremely hard, nigh impossible at times, to get the geese to break currently when they are in a flying V. Now, it wasn't like that when it was released, but again, as time has gone on and the game has evolved, and this is just how it's evolved, and it's not as should be intended. It's all these little touches that are going to make them even more fun, right? It's something else. The Discord link isn't working. It should. Can anyone else confirm that? Sometimes it happens if you're on mobile. We'll have to see. Chris KSE, what's up, my man? Another one of our official creators. Good to see you, sir. Would NVIDIA's DLSS tech be considered for future update? Absolutely being considered. Whenever anything new comes along, we're looking at the options. We're looking at how that can work in, much like we did with the AMD edition. We're looking at next gen. We're looking at next gen consoles and what we can do there, how we can better that experience. Just be aware, just because we're not putting it out there on these updates, trust me, this stuff is all going on. The team wants this game to continue to evolve and to be the best in its category, right? We want to set the bar, and we want to have, we want to work out the current issues. In doing so, bringing the new content. Look at Dylan just ripping around down here. How about you have a nap? Lay down. The dog will spook your geese. I should have him under control. This is good. I got a little break. I'm not just shooting. We can talk. Mark Crowd, what's up, my man? It's like the bloodhound laughing at you when you missed the ducks. Oh, man, that made me laugh so bad. Just like duck hunting, right? Remember old duck hunt back in the day? I think it'd be great. How many minutes are we into the stream? We're 33 minutes in, my friend. Yeah, 33 minutes in. Oh, what's happening? YouTube mods, you guys are amazing. Missed it. You guys are amazing. In this new duck geese update, can you hunt Canadian geese without buying geese update? Or is it going to still behind paid DLC? It's a very good question. It was raised just earlier in the stream, and I'm going to get the info on that because I was asking chat to confirm for me because it's been so long, and I have the DLCs. Are you not able to purchase the collar without the DLC? I think it's included in the DLC. I know for a certainty that the shotguns that came with it are in the DLC, only way to unlock them, and the decoys and the layout blind are only in the DLC. Hi, bye. What's up, brother? Got your message. Sorry, dude. I was out early last night. I had a long day doing stuffs and things. Good day. Good days. My long days are good. Yeah. We definitely need to get together. It's probably going to be Friday, dude. I'll message you. Okay, color is base. It is in the base game of Zero. So the reason I asked that is what we are trying to accomplish. Every single animal that's added to the game should never be behind a paywall. That is our mission, right? And I recently discovered that the raccoon color, and this was an oversight on our behalf, the raccoon color you had to get, the turkey color you had to get on SRP, but yet the other maps with turkey, you didn't have that option. So, we had to, this is being looked into. So that's why I asked, because I wasn't sure with the geese. It's been so long, but yes, it's intended that these are in base game. Panic Man, what are we referring to? The quest? Are you referring to the quest? I'm not sure about that one. If you guys find anything, please let our support know. Please, there's a lot in the game. Please let our support know if you're able. Did I drop one way over there? Is that what I'm seeing? It is. It's just fantastic. We got a lot of money on the ground. We're waiting for the next ones. Put a few calls out while we're chatting. So there you go. Thank you for confirming, chat. You're freaking amazing. The caller can be confirmed. So it is not behind a paywall, and that is our intention. We want every animal that's added to the game. You need to have the ability to hunt them, right? And so an animal that, because with the geese, you can bring them down with the collar. Currently, it's hard to do. It is hard to do, and that's part of the rework. When they're in the flying V, it is so hard to break them currently, to get them to come down. It's rough. We realize that. And now with the addition of the need zones, that's just one more tool that you'll have without owning the DLC, because they will come down to the need zones. So we need this to be a thing, right? It's, where we want it to be. I hope that helps. We're not too far away from the update, right? If indeed there's something juicy coming. Yeah, there's something juicy coming. So back to the clues. You guys know what it is? Do you guys know what the clue is? I see people are still questioning what the clues actually are right now, currently, and where they are. There's a big conversation happening in Discord. What do you guys think? Let's see it. Throw it in chat. What do you guys think? Has anybody found something they can concrete say that this is this? There any plan on snow geese or a standstill crane? We would like to backfill maps. We want to backfill maps at some point with we got a whole other group already on their way in. We would like to backfill with animals and add different animals to the game and such. There is a roadmap in which we need to work through. Okay, I'm going to take a chance here. Now you can see, I didn't reload. You can see we've got the wind in their face. This will spook them, right? Off they go, man. I wanted this other group to come down. I was hoping to get a shot at both of them. We'll let there's more in this other group. We'll let them come down. See, you got to decide, right? You got to make those decisions. Which do you go with? Oh. Gotta always look too, because sometimes you got something juicy, right? Got a level 5 coming in. You don't want to spook it by shooting a bunch of, 2s and 3s. Where's the new clue? The photo with the long dock? The animal's not visible if spawn. What's that? Is the animals not being visible or spawn on or near tent a bug? Yes, and that is something that is being addressed. Yeah, if you run out of about the 200 meter mark from them, you won't have any issues. Okay, there's the 4. Come on, baby. Oh, he's changed on me. Go and... Oh, come on. There was 2 more, was there not? Well, we got most of them. Okay. They've gone out of render. Not bad. Oh, we've littered the ground, man. We got a whole lot of lug butter. Nice guy. Oh, did we get that? There's a question mark. That is underground. You can't get to it. Oh, Panic Man. Okay. We'll have to take a look at it. I didn't know anything about it. If you can make a report in the support channel would be great. Not a clue, but the missing cat of Mississippi, is he gator bait? Poor kitty. I don't know. Heard one day in Hirschfeld to call the pheasant, but don't remember in which area. Oh. How about key blinds? Computer players can hold the button and highlight every animal in the herd. The Xbox hold X to it. No, that's so there's a skill that you can add. You can only highlight one at a time unless you have the skill to highlight 3. Yo, Clinton, what's up, my man? What's going on? Can you confirm what the map the clues are on? I cannot. There's been a whole lot of chatter. People are saying, so this is the general consensus, and you've seen it in chat here. Good day, Uncle Jim. How are you, brother? We've released some stuff, and people think that it's the community updates. I've heard a lot of chatter about that. They're looking at it. So what I've heard is they think it's the same picture, or a similar location. I've heard theories that we're looking at a new map. I've heard theories we're looking at boats. Some seem to think if it is a map, it's a Canadian map like Saskatchewan. Some have suggested Sweden was a big talk this morning. Sweden, or a different part of Sweden. And some people are getting right into it. I've seen our boy Bush League Hero. He gets right into this stuff, and he gets right into it. He was telling me he spent a good 5-6 hours running around maps trying to find the location. Has anybody found it? Does anyone know? What do you guys think? Do you think that's the clue? Or do you think it's something in game? We've done both. So I'm just saying. But there are officially clues out to be found. Whether that's in game or not, that's on you. Whether that's already been found or not, well, I could neither confirm nor deny. But the big thing is that, it was funny how it happened that came out on Friday, right? Let me get a reload on. We'll start putting some more calls out. That one came out on Friday, and people right away are like, where's that? Where's that? As if that was the clue. And it created some conversations, and I know a lot of folks are out there looking for locations. I've heard, well, I don't see any mountains, the shape of this. It's really cool to see how people pull it apart. I used to be those people. I used to get so involved in this. It's exciting being on the other side. But man, I'm biting my tongue. I've been watching that channel since it opened up, and which we did yesterday. We opened the channel up, and everybody knew right then, definitely something happening. This stream confirms it. There are clues out there to be found. Have fun with it, my friends. Australian map? Okay. Are they going to increase their level so we continue to receive skill points? Mike's home. What's up, man? Good to see you. Currently no plans for that. The options are being looked at. It's a bit of discussion because people have requested it. As you guys know, we're community driven. We're so tight with the community. We like to do what people want. And of course, that's something we could look at. The big thing is, how would that balance? It's done the way it is for balancing issues because... with great power comes great responsibility. But it's true. And I can tell you from an event that I took part in, it was maybe it was a feeler for the devs at the time. I don't know. But they had given us 99 skills and perks. And so a bunch of us creators just unlocked everything. Wow. Honestly, I can tell you from my perspective, as cool as it sounds to have these, it would ruin the game. Yeah, I would rather see a prestige system set up where you hit 60, because I've hit restart like 5 or 6, maybe more, probably more than that times. And then maybe the next time you hit 60, you get an extra skill and an extra perk, right? And give you purpose and meaning to do so. It would be kind of cool. I think maybe something like that would be nice. Maybe that's a way it can be balanced. But these are all things they need to look at, because right now, to just increase the skill and the perks, it would make the game just too easy. It really would. Because right now you have to balance the end game perks, the end game skills. Which are you going to go with? Disturbed Veg has a lot of uses. Some people like to go with the Pack Mule and the Who's Deer. I'm one of those people. It's tough, man. It's tough. I feel like we're being punished. Not at all, my friend. Not at all. I don't need the extra skills and perks. Just uncap the level system would be cool. But to what end? Just so you can say you're that level without getting... Actually, that would be okay, wouldn't it? That's a good idea, MC. That's good. They do add Australia. I hope they would be feral sheep and cows. I know feral sheep are really big over there. They're quite big. That would be cool to see. I would say if we got an Australia map... guaranteed we'd have kangaroos, right? We'd have to have kangaroos. And what else would you find down there? I know they have fallow as well, don't they? I'm not even sure the whole lineup on what it would be. I've seen it. A lot of people have put these suggestions in the feedback, and please do so in the Discord feedback channel. It's somewhere we can set this sort of thing up. Make sure to join our Facebook group as well, guys. Some really cool people in there. It's very, very active. Great place to find virtual hunters like yourself, people to hunt with on all the platforms. Same with the Discord. Discord gives us a little more. We can sort it a little better. There's channels specifically for console, specifically for PC, channels where you can go and help and find friends, help people out, tips and tricks, that sort of thing. Clues. There's a clue channel. Did I mention that? There's a clue channel. Come on down. Real pig sexist skins. Keep it at 60. Make it easier to spot the hackers. Well, there is that, and that's something we would like to have addressed to at some point. You know, it's tough with the engine the way it was written. It's, you know, we wish we could just throw an anti-cheat in. It just doesn't work like that. Nothing is just a quick addition. I always laugh when someone's like, well, it can't be much to do this. Oh, everything is. I've seen the lengths it's got to go through, the amount of testing. One little change, the amount of people that have to touch that, the amount of people that have to actually go in and everything from the coding, the testing, everything. It's massive, right? It's massive. So we're very careful. The team they do a lot of research. We run a lot of polls. YouTube, guys, if you haven't been on there, make sure follow us on YouTube. Go to the community tabs. You'll see it come up in your feed. But very important. We like your guys' input. We'd like to know. Did I reload? Hey, we got a reload happening. All right, let's get blasted, and then we'll get a round of pickups here. You know, you get just enough time to get it. Oh, hey, you. How you doing? Oh. He was just out of range. Let's get in there at the 100. Go. And was there one more? There was. You're not getting away. Here we go. We're getting our feel back. We'd love to see our levels continue to go up, just cause more of just bragging rights. So there is two ends of that. It's definitely a conversation. It definitely is. And you guys have raised a few good points there. I'll maybe bring that up in the next sit down. We need ducks and SRP. That's what the map is missing. That would be cool. There's a lot of good lakes there that would support ducks, right? Keep in mind too, we get a lot of quests to add animals to these other maps. There is limits as to what, how many animals could be on a map. So by adding one, you have no choice but to decrease others, right? So, sometimes it's better just to have a new map. My personal observations from back in the day, Leighton saw a big change when rabbits got added there. So, yeah, that's definitely something that needs to be weighed out, right? Okay, let's get a reload on here. Yeah, a dog needs to be better. Yeah, we're always looking at those things. It would be nice to get, with this rework happening, maybe down the road, that could be an option to get new dogs into the game, a retriever and such. Would be nice. These are all things that we do look at. Talking to Balrog. What's up, Balrog? How you doing, my man? I had three accounts, just at 60 of my third. Nice, brother. Nice. I've had about 3 or 4 months, but you have 23 diamonds. Good for you. Wow, 3 playthroughs in 3 to 4 months. That's really good, dude. Canada geese, and not on any of the American maps. Yeah, I know. It's true. Not yet. Maybe in the future, right? Edmund just has 6. So snow geese. That would be nice, Darth. I'd like to see more geese in the game. I really would. They're a crowd favorite. We all love them, right? And they're only going to get better. Mel's Gaming. What's happening? How are you? Most of us understand that. Don't worry. From getting an idea to it finally being released in the retail game takes a long time. And it should, to make sure it's working properly. Absolutely. And I hope everybody does understand that. For instance, when we run a poll and we could see the vast majority want this, it takes time to make something happen, right? So I guess what I'm saying, if we just ran a poll, don't expect it to be in the next update for most things. Some things. Yeah. Yeah, development takes time. That's what they call it, development. Seeing our team where they're at and what they're doing, it's exciting, man. I can't wait to share more of this. I really, really can't. Okay, so once again, to recap with the Waterfowl. Okay, so it's a complete rework that's happening. We're looking to add need zones for the geese. to create a better behavioral pattern in the way that they fly. This includes speed, angle of approach. They're looking at all of these things. The need zones are a big play, and I honestly feel if this all gets implemented, that it's going to be a big improvement to how they feel. You know, currently it's sporadic, which is good, but the need zones give you more opportunity, and it gives it more. I don't want to say it wrong. I feel like it gives it more structure, you know, not predictability, because that's something they're making sure, and it's not going to be predictable. Like there's a need zone here and a need zone here and a need zone here, and this is how they fly. It's not going to be like that. Don't get your hopes up for something so easy. It's about making it more true to form, right? Jinx, how you doing, man? Welcome, dude. Are you driving Darth? 10 and 2, man. 10 and 2, brother. Victor, good to see you, my friend. Good to have you out of the stream, bro. Had pheasants in the east. Yeah, there's different ways we can do things, right? They don't seem to land for you. Bill Andrea, now, do you have a decoy set up? Have you used a variety of all three? A minimum of 15. Don't bother exceeding 17. It's just wasted at that stage. The decoys are right now currently what you need to get them to break and come down. The caller has a chance to break the flying V. Honestly, I hate to say this, I would not waste your time if you don't have the decoys until the update comes in. And as you can see, even flying right overhead with the decoys and the caller going, it's not guaranteed. You'll notice you can't even spot them, and that's because they're not shootable. They haven't broke. That's the mechanic currently. So all of this is getting looked at. And if you guys can read between the lines on how exciting this is, but we want to change the way this is working, you know, because, you know, the goal is to have geese working off of need zones. They don't currently use the need zones, only land when attracted by the player, which, you know, it's difficult, especially for those that don't have the DLC, right? So if we could change this so they have feed and rest zones, it's actually really going to increase the gameplay, right? And the systems that are being put into place, it makes it easier for our team to go back and debug, right? Do you think the Zards of 223 didn't work good with the feral goat? What are we saying, Long? What's hey, good to see you, brother. The 223, you can. They're a little rough. Those are little tanks, I've found. What will change about the ducks? Bailey's quite a bit. Bailey's gaming. We're reworking the behavioral patterns, right? So that's like their flight patterns. You see them in the sky, how they're coming in, how they're taking off, how they're interacting with the environment when they're on the ground, with their rest and their feed zones, right? The differentiating between the two, how they're going to interact with the callers, because currently it's, you know, it's a crapshoot. They are sometimes coming to the callers and the decoys, but most times with the ducks, you're finding them on the lakes. This is not what we want. We want them to react as you would expect. So, like, that's why we're focusing this stream on talking about the rework, because it's exciting. And if we can get this done for the next big update, you know, it's going to be more than whatever the update is. There's going to be a lot more to do. There's going to be a lot of folks that jump all over this, because, you know, when the ducks first came out, not only were they a ton of fun, they're also a really good way to make money in XP. They're a great way to level up your rifle score, your shotgun score. They don't pay as much XP or money as the geese, but you can get so many. There's just such a big flock of them, right? What about an actual Great One achievement? That would be cool. The achievements are a tough one because there's different requirements across the board, and it's all the same client, right? So achievements have been a tough one. Yeah. We need Dull Sheep, the snow-capped mountains on Leighton Lakes. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that would be something else, wouldn't it? I saw Diamond, we flew away before I was able to shoot him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sapacalia. We're on the same page, and that's what's part of this big rework, is that they will have need zones. They currently don't. And there's a barrier to entry with the way they are right now, right? Without having those need zones, you have to have this decoy down. You have to be on the caller. There's a bit of a crapshoot, and they're not structured per se, right? So with the need zones, it's gonna open up a lot more doors for sure. Being able to name lodges would be cool. Put it in the feedback channel. It's awesome. What clues are there right now? But Bryce, you're gonna have to figure that one out. I can neither confirm nor deny what they are, just that they are. Yeah. Whether they're in game or not, that's up for you guys to decide. And if you think you found something, make sure to put it into the Discord and share with others. Okay, we need to just go around and pick these up. We're getting really close to the end. I got a whole lot of money on the ground here, baby. All right, dog. You're a good boy. Look at you. Now, in case you missed that, we have confirmed the dog will interact with certain species, the smaller species. I've still yet to have anybody. Oh, we got 7.2 off of him. That's all right. I've yet to have anybody come out with a definitive what they'll actually interact up to. Like, we know they'll work on, they'll interact with the geese and the ducks and but what about whitetail? Are they too big? They will not interact with say elk. It's interesting. Looking to you guys, man. I'm looking at you guys. Will we get another gray one? I could neither confirm nor deny. But if we do, I don't think we're going to tell you. What do you guys think of that? What do you think of that? Back in the day, TK had us, man. TK had us. I remember sitting there watching the stream. We had the reveal of our very first great one to enter the game. Oh my goodness, was that ever electric? And he said, in the future, what if we didn't reveal what they were, just that it's been added? What would that do? Holy brown hybrids, man. Yeah, don't worry. A lot of things are going to be adjusted with this. This is the need for the rework. What do you guys think of that? What do you think? There is a clue. Yes, there is. McKenzie, sorry. There is a clue. There's two, in fact. Having a bird dog would be nice to have. It really would, Operation Blackbird. I agree. Yeah, and that's something that we would love to see. We would. I'm just gonna pick up what we've got laying around here. Oh, we're gonna run out of time, man. I didn't have any hidden gems here, right? Gray browns. We had hybrids. We had all kinds of stuff. The gold. That's all right. That was a nice 4. Another 7.7. Wasn't that other one as well? Here we got the bun butter on the ground. Hey, you almost snuck past me there. Level 3, making good money. And we do have some down in the water. I'm going to go get those after stream. Let's just see. Come on. We only got 3 minutes left. Can we get one more round in? A great one, Jackalope. You'd feel so much better if you just got off your chest and told us. I would, Darth. I am bursting right now, man. I am. Where's the love for Medved? Hopefully we get some love over there soon. Absolutely. I fully agree. Although, then on the other hand, it's a really great, like a really well laid out map. You know, like, I haven't been there in a while. I miss it. My favorite diamond was the Legacy. It was a Legacy moose. It was a 1K, and it was a surprise. I knew it was a diamond. I didn't realize it was going to be that big. Lodges weren't even out then. I miss it. Ideas would be nice. You think it's a great one, elk or moose? Sam Norris, how are you, brother? Oh, you never know. Great one, road here. Let's go. What a great one, Goose. Hey, since we're doing a rework, why not add a great one of the foul? I mean, I can't even say that there's another one being added, let alone in our next update. But you're definitely going to want to come back next Tuesday, my friends. You pretty much don't want to miss a stream, especially throughout May. I'm just saying. I can't say much. Should I accidentally drag this over my screen for a surprise leak? Don't worry, Meg, it's not going to happen. Hatcher, what's up, brother? Just a little bit of clue talk. A little bit of the foul rework and what's happening. Just to recap for anybody who's getting in here late. We've touched base on the waterfowl. The fact that, let me get out here and go through this. Okay, I have an FAQ that Meg was kind enough to put together for all of us. So, what is the Waterfowl rework? It's an ongoing multi-stage effort to improve the visual and behaviors realism of all waterfowl. A focus on legacy and new bugs relating to geese and ducks. Huge. These changes should also make it easier for the team to debug and maintain moving forward. So there's optimizations to this, and what kind? Well, they feature around gameplay, how the players discover and interact with Waterfowl across single and multiplayer environments, right? This includes, but is not limited to, need zones, balancing across duck and geese species, decoy and caller interactions, behavior schedules, and audio clues. That's exciting. Okay, that means you have the chance to grow your population as well. It's just another little add-on to everything we're talking about, right? With these geese. The environment and how they interact with it, how the geese and the duck actually literally will interact with their surroundings. Whether they're in a rest zone, it's that time of day, or they're in a feed zone, it's that time of day. It's their behavioral actions that's going to add more immersion to it, right? Their flying formations, how you see them moving up and through the sky, and what that means and how that's really going to change things for us. So it does mean that they're going to have need zones. That is the goal. That's what we're trying to achieve, because currently they don't use need zones. And they only land when you have an appropriate setup, right? So it's important that this is accessible to everybody, and we want to make these changes, but they need to be improvements, and that's where the urge for all this is stemmed from. And we want to change it so that they have the feeding in the rest zones just like the ducks do. And the ducks are getting a ton of love, as you've heard, in their behavior and how they react to these zones. So that is huge. And I'll tell you, I can't wait for it. We've also touched base on the fact that there is clues in the game. I've tried to sidestep this as much as I can, but not in the game. There's clues out there is what I mean to say. Whether they're in game or not, that's on you. But there are 2 clues. One's very subtle, and there is another clue out there. And whether you guys have found it or not, that we're not at a point to tell you anything. We're going to let you run with it and see what you can find. Don't get stuck on my slip of words there. That wasn't me actually giving anything away. I probably would have reacted funnier if it was. But truthfully, we haven't given anything else yet. But I can tell you, from what I've seen in the clue chat in Discord, which, don't forget, you need to have the Call of the Wild role. If you want to take part in and see that channel, you have to select the role, just like you select the I'm a Real Hunter, or you select the classic role, you select the Call of the Wild role. Get involved in those conversations, and don't be surprised if you see some of the EW's and crew in there, little pokes and teases and having fun with it, man. Run with it. New shoes, hype, pixel. You're awesome, brother. No, it wasn't Victor. I'd admit if I slipped something up, but I didn't. But anyways, so that's the gist of it. We're going to have more for you next week. And maybe even in between now and then, we'll see how it goes. Thank you all. I hope you guys, you can see the hype on my face. I can't stop smiling. My cheeks are already getting sore, and it's only 10 in the morning. This is not a good sign for my day. Thank you all for coming and joining us. You guys are all absolutely amazing. Keep it going, my friends. Let's build that hype. Check out the official creators. I'm not saying they have any inside skinny, but I see what some of them are doing. And, there might be someone who may... Well, I'm going to leave that to you guys to decipher. You all absolutely rock. And we'll catch you guys again real soon. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Shortly. Thursday, come out for the classic stream. We have a ton of fun. See you soon. Man, I missed so much chat today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Come chat in Discord or Facebook.